Deborah Myers in Hawaii, and we're going to talk about profit and loss reports by job for customers. We're doing the credit card lesson, and I ran out of time. Matching credit card charges to a customer file and making sure that each charge was attributed to each customer. And the easiest way for me to have found that was to go to Reports, Company and Financial. I wanted details, profit and loss detail. It's going to take a moment. Okay. So this is a lot of information, but I'm only looking for one customer at a time. Okay? So we go to Customize Report, Filters, Name. I want one customer. So I can choose one customer right here. I can choose cash basis if I want to. And I'm going to include the source name. So this tells me that I have income. This is an invoice, construction income, and labor income. So far, I have billed him for the income, but I have not charged any costs to this customer. Now I want to see the next customer. I go to Name. So now I can see everything that is attributed to this customer. Here's our different income categories. So on the same invoice, I hope this opens up. Okay. On the same invoice, we have different things that we are charging them for. And they fall into different categories of income for the way this company has its books set up. And that's represented here. So invoice 1024, 1024, 1024. And that has labor income, materials income, and subcontracted labor income. If there's materials income, then there should be a cost of materials to offset that. So again, we're into income. So here's our cost of goods sold. So now we have some exterior wood, some materials that we have bought. We've rented some equipment, that's an expense. We rented it from Hopkins Construction. And if I had used my credit card, I would know that this charge is reflected. Again, McLean Appliance. If I charged at McLean Appliance for this customer, when I enter my credit card charge, it will show up. And this is why it's so important to enter your credit card charges one at a time so that your totals can match. And then when you go to reconcile your credit card, or when you give it to your bookkeeper at the end of the year, by entering your credit cards one at a time, it will save you thousands of dollars at the end of the year if you just do it from the beginning the correct way. But that was, if you want more information on that, you can go to the credit card lesson, which this is kind of an extension of. Okay, so let's save and close. So I know that because the customer is here, that this is attributed to this job. I know where I bought it, so I could go through a whole stack of receipts and say, did all of these charges hit this customer like they should? Yes. What about my subcontractors? Did I get them all in here? Yes. Oh, I'm missing one. Then I can easily see if I have a stack of receipts in my hand and it's not in here, I can easily see I need to enter that receipt, or I need to find that receipt in QuickBooks and add the customer name. And there's a lot of great ways to use your find in QuickBooks. For me, the easiest I think is dollar amount. If I have an exact dollar amount, usually it's like an odd number with a 21 cents or something like that, and only one would show up. You can also go by check number, transaction type. The find tool is wonderful, and that's another lesson all by itself. So back to very quickly before I run out of time, profit and loss by job. The previous report was profit and loss detail. We filtered it. We filtered it to show one customer. This is profit and loss by job. So here's a list of all of our customers in the columns here. All of the income, all of the cost of goods, all of the expenses. If we want to click and zoom in on any of these expenses, we can. We can see job materials. Okay, so what were those job materials? Well, there were 2 credit card charges for job materials. I don't have source here. I haven't set up source in so I'm not sure who it is. I have to open up to see who the vendor was. Okay, patent hardware supplies. And this is great information if I want to look at the total cost of jobs. Profit and loss by job, what my total profit is for that job. But if I'm comparing credit card receipts, I want to go to profit and loss detail, because that lists each charge, and this is how we can be sure that we have all of our charges entered into all of our customers. And that is the end of today's lesson. Thank you so much.